Hi, it's Pete with the Small Business Resource Center with a pretty important update. Yesterday, late, the House passed a bill that could potentially delist many Chinese stocks. The main reason is because some of these Chinese stocks are actually fraudulent. And just because I'm using the word Chinese, there could be other foreign companies, but China seems to be the biggest culprit. All these companies are not Chinese, by the way. Some of them are actually American, but then it's a Chinese company that uses American company as a shell company. So I'm going to explain why. If you're new to stock investing, by the way, right now you can get up to 4 free stocks. Click the link below. If you're new and you don't want to take any risk, they also have a way to do paper trading. Paper trading means you have no risk. It's kind of like monopoly money. You can learn how stock investing works, and when you're comfortable, you can put real money in the account. Once you put real money, they will give you 4 free stocks at the current time. This offer could change, just to let you know. And if you have any questions about business, stock-related investments, stimulus-related news, or any type of help, just comment below. I'll see what I can do to help you out. Well, if you saw some of my other videos, I did mention the movie The China Hustle. The China Hustle basically explains that there's approximately 1.4 trillion in Chinese and tech stocks. The bad thing is a lot of these companies are fake companies. They could be shell companies that cost foreign investors, mostly Americans, to lose hundreds of millions yearly. This is basically why this law is passing. Many Chinese companies put false information about sales, their actual business, or operations. And then American people see all this information online. Usually they're on shifty websites or whatever. Don't want to mention any, or they could even be on the apps that you're using for websites, because of course the companies probably have people working in apps and websites to try to promote the company as big money-making opportunities. Now, when you put your money into it, could go up, could go down. Eventually, it's going to go down when they get exposed, which the company doesn't care, because they're selling their stocks, or they have people on the inside selling the stocks when they go high. And then, of course, you lose money. So the China Hustle explains how this works and why it happens. It was available on Amazon Prime, but if you look up the China Hustle movie, you should be able to find it, and I would recommend it. It's a great movie. So 6 months ago, the Senate passed this bill unanimously to basically support this bill that would have oversight on these Chinese companies and have higher restrictions for auditing. But you have to keep in mind, I'm going to go over why it's not 100% fail-safe, excuse me. And December 2nd, which was Wednesday, the House of Representatives passed this bill, and Trump is expecting to sign it. Basically, investors are taking risk on Chinese companies or American companies, which are shell companies for these Chinese foreign operations. And without proper oversight and auditing, what ends up happening is you think you're investing in a great company that's doing a lot of good things and has a high potential to have a return, and then later it gets exposed that they're actually not, and their stock drops like crazy, and then you lose a lot of money. And that's why this bill is passing. The expectation among lawmakers and trade policy watchers is that China's going to have some type of response, because this is going to be problematic for China. The only thing is, President Xi Jinping, he had said he's not going to do anything at this current time until Biden's elected. Bing! If that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what to say. Okay, the actions on the Holding Foreign Companies Accountability Act is what it's called, comes as Biden reveals his plan to keep tariffs in place during his presidency on China. And it's also after Trump signed an executive order early this month prohibiting Americans from investing in a clutch of Chinese companies that his administration says are supported by the Chinese Beijing military. So they don't want Americans to invest in companies that are false or companies that are also being supported by the military. So they don't want American money going to the Chinese military. So that's very important. And to certify this, there's a website for auditing for stocks and companies called PCAOB. That's the auditing company. But you have to keep in mind, even though you can go to this website, type of stock that you're interested in, there's numerous companies who've been put on this website as certified that actually had been accused or actually have been deemed fraudulent after the fact. Because it's an auditing firm, or certification doesn't mean the auditor is 100% accurate, or sometimes they say they make mistakes. That's a short story. So what do you think? Do you think this is a good thing? Of course, you don't have to sell all your Chinese stocks right now. It's probably the ones that you don't hear about too much that are the biggest risk. But is there a risk? Of course. If a stock ends up getting banned from the American stock exchanges, is it probably going to go down very quickly? Probably will. So I would recommend checking out your portfolio, see what you're invested in, and if it's questionable and it's a foreign stock, like something from China, of course, I would consider selling right away. This is not an investment to buy or sell any stocks or security. It's just for entertainment purposes only. And check out the China Hustle movie. I think you'll like it. And if you want 4 free stocks right now, click the link below to start a new account, deposit $100 and get your 4 free stocks. It's Pete with the Small Business Resource Center.com and the Small Business Resource Center YouTube channel. Have a great day.